has a decent rise ball. Her strikeout pitch was mostly a curveball. Okay, so you got to be ready for that. She'll throw she's on the flip change, usually pretty low, so just lay off. So that's my pitching scouting report. You're welcome. Their first pitcher. Or Bryce
Provide positive learning experiences and opportunities for personal growth of the participant. This competition is being conducted according to the rules of the Kansas State High School Activity Association. Cheerleaders, officials, and spectators can and are expected to assist in the promotion and achievement of good sportsmanship ideals by taking personal responsibility for keeping this contest at a high level of fair, clean, wholesome competition. Good luck to both teams. Our umpires this evening in the semifinal game will be Mike Holt behind home plate, at first base Diane Smith, and at third base Lester Hensey. On the scoreboard, the Olathe South Falcons will be the visitors. Their starters: catching number 10, Alex Hugo. At short, number 2, Kim Cole. Designated player number 15, Kaylee Barrett. First base number 19, Josh Medine. At second base, number 1, Elena Ridgeshot. And left field number 9, Sarah Burks. At third base number 14, Kelly Holder. And center field number 5, Lindsay Pickham. And right field number 3, Alyssa Bates. And on the mound for the Falcons, number 22, Tess Hart. Head coach for the Falcons, Mr. Mike Allen. On the home part of the scoreboard, Maize Eagles. In right field, number 9, Kirsten Marks. In center field, number 10, Emily Griggs. At shortstop, number 7, Kelsey Stewart. Catching number 8, Kate James. At second base, number 2, Peyton Jones. At third base, number 6, Sarah Glass. At first base, number 14, Corey Gladden. At left field, number 15, Leah Talfero. The designated player, number 1, Kristen Ralph. And pitching number 5, Lauren Grimes, the head coach for the Eagles.
Welcome back to Blue Valley West High School, everybody, in Overland Park, Kansas. My name's Sean McDowell, sitting at the microphone for what amounts to be our 6th game of the day. It will be a State 6A semifinal softball game as we seek a 6A state champion for the Sunflower State. Olathe South enters this game facing off with the Maize Eagles. Both of these teams have already recorded wins on the day. Maize improved its record to 21-1 overall. Earlier in the day, they recorded an 8-6 win over Shawnee Mission East. On the other hand, it's Olathe South really racking up a dramatic win, needing 3 runs, needing 2 just to tie it in the bottom of the 7th. They pick up 3 and get a 5-4 win over Wichita Northwest. So that's where we sit as far as this game goes. That sets the stage for this as Maize warms up its pitching staff. Again, Maize entering this team looking for win number 23 on the year. They've suffered only 1 loss, and that came early during the regular season. Olathe South looking dominant as well so far, but picking up wins and runs and great plays where they had to. A scrappy bunch coached by Mike Allen coming in with a 17-3 overall record, and they've won once already today to pick up win number 18. And so we're just about ready for action. We thank you for joining us on this Memorial Day weekend. Our multi-member crew from Niles Media Group putting this show together for the KSHSAA here in the Sunflower State. Time to lead it off. That's Alex Hugo. Hugo standing in as the first pitch is in the dirt. Actually, they say that this one may have hit the batter. Hugo, always a threat to run. We've talked about her speed. We've talked about how she'll apply it to the Jayhawks baseball team at KU next year, where she'll play the outfield. I know I said baseball. I meant to say softball. Folks, when you call 6 games in one day, yep, you get it. Kim Cole now the batter, laying this bunt down the left field line. Excuse me for the gaff, folks. In 6 games today, Hugo, the first batter hit by pitch, at least that I've recorded. And now Cole throws this one down toward third base. The sacrifice in effect and sufficient to get Hugo over to second. First out of this game is recorded. Kaylee Barrett, the designated player in this game. She'll be the third batter of this one for her club. She sends one rolling toward the hole in short, and Cole, actually Hugo, will move up. Another sacrifice as she's in scoring position at third base. Take another look. A little chopper picked up and thrown on. And now Jocelyn Dean, the batter. This one pitch and done as Dean pops it in the air behind the plate, and it's retired easily. So one base runner, but no hits in the inning. Olathe South turns up a 0 for this half inning, but there's a lot of softball yet to go today. And this evening, for that matter, the lights are on. We may go all night long. Maize is coming to bat in the bottom of 1. Smiles on our faces, yet zeros on the scoreboard as we return to Blue Valley West High School. No score thus far as we enter the bottom half of 1 inning. Some good fans in attendance tonight. Everybody's having a good time here today. We mentioned smiles on the faces. They're even in the stands. First batter is Kirsten Park. She lifts this in the air just behind third base. It's mishandled. She turns and tries for second. The tag in time. Umpire says you're done. She tries to stretch that bloop single into a double, and it works against her. Had to take the chance this early in the game as this ball's badly mishandled at short by Kim Cole. And Parks is retired. Call it a single, yet thrown out at second. And Emily Griggs will now be the batter. Griggs had a 2 RBI double earlier today against Shawnee Mission East. That in the quarterfinal round, of course. Griggs now the batter and batting at that. Just fine with the smash single up the gut. And so far, these Maize Eagles finding a way to get some hits. 22-1 Maize's record so far. Kelsey Stewart, the shortstop, now the batter. Stewart sending this one in the air. Looks like it's well foul. Wide to the right side of first base. Lucky 7 on the jersey. She waits for pitch number 2. This one high. Nearly gets away from the catcher. Some good play behind the dish by Hugo. Hugo, an accomplished basketball player as well. Her team went all the way to the state finals. Coming up a little short. This one chopped across the infield. Tag is in time, but the throw gets away. It's into left center field. Not enough, though, for Stewart to advance. And it goes down as a fielder's choice for Stewart. Kate James now will be the batter, the 4th batter of this first inning. James earlier today had a bloop single fall in. It drove in a run. That her only hit of this day from the quarterfinal action earlier against Shawnee Mission East. The Lancers season over at 16-7 overall. Hart. Tess Hart, the pitcher. Winding and delivering. Two away now. And a 2-0 count as Hart delivers. Swung on and missed, 2-1. Peyton Jones on deck if James should reach, excuse me. This one perhaps chopped off the plate, ruled foul. The count 2-2. One of these two teams will play for the state championship tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and they'll meet Olathe East, the team that advanced earlier over Olathe Northwest, as well as Derby. This one's in the dirt, and Stewart was moving on the pitch. She'll go into second with no play. Stewart moving into scoring position. Still a 3-2 count, though, to the batter. So James has to make hay while the sun is shining. Here's Hart, rocking and delivering. This one on the inside corner, ruled strike 3. Mike Holt, the home plate umpire, saying you're out of there. Good pitch from Hart. And so, 1 hit in the inning. 2 hits, excuse me. James ends the inning with that strikeout. No score. We'll be right back with the second inning. Lauren Grimes towing the rubber on the mound as inning number 2 is set to begin between Maize and Olathe South. No score as we begin to pick up the second inning. You are watching the Kansas State High School Activities Association 6A state tournament. scheduled to begin on Friday. Heavy, heavy, heavy rain on Friday forces 6 games into action today. Cancellation of the third place game. We will play the state championship game tomorrow on this field and this internet connection tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And one of these two teams will be there to square off with Olathe East. Alana Kenshaw, the second baseman, your batter. This one rolled up toward the plate almost. Grimes also started earlier as her team recorded the win over Olathe South. Excuse me, over Shawnee Mission East. .3-0 count. Called strike one by Mike Holt, your home plate umpire. Some good umpiring today, my friends. Kudos to these two crews we've been using. That one's called strike two. So a full count now for Kenshaw. Kenshaw did not play earlier today against Shawnee Mission East. She swings at this one and misses. So a 3-0 count turns into a strikeout, and Lauren Grimes has her first K of the day, at least of this game.
Left fielder number 9, Sarah Burks.
Sarah Burks now stands in. Burks earlier 1 for 3 in the win over Wichita Northwest. Mean no insult toward either club, folks, but I'd have been a monkey's uncle if you'd have told me that South could pull off that win in the fashion that they did earlier, entering the 7th inning down 4-2, posting 3 runs and scoring the winning run the way they did on the attempted steal at third base. The bad throw went into left field. The runner comes in to score this one down the line and foul, but that amounted to a 5-4 win for South over Wichita Northwest. Your heart just aches for those kids from Northwest. Played their guts out today. Gave up 3 in the bottom of the 7th, though, and there were several fielding errors, 2 of them in that 7th inning, that kept the effort alive for South, pardon me. The 0-2 pitch is high, 1-2. Burks looking for what could be her second combined single today. Second combined hit, I should say. This one hit high in the air to center field, and it's handled in routine fashion. 2 away in the inning. That'll bring up Kelly Holder. Holder struck out twice against Wichita Northwest. This her first bat of this game. Holder lifts this one behind the backstop into the netting. 1-1, the count is even. Still time to tell your friends, folks. We know you're listening on the internet, watching on the internet, I beg your pardon. Appreciate it if you go to Twitter, go to Facebook, whichever social media platform you like and use. Tell all your friends, if you have friends, tell them about KSHSAA.tv. 2-2 the count now. Coach Jenny Morosky going with the same pitcher who started earlier, that in Grimes, and she now has a 3-2 count against Holder. Holder lifting this one high in the air, center field. It's in the bag, 3 up and 3 down. Only 1 base runner to show so far for Olathe South. After 1.5, we still have no score. We'll see you right back after this break.
Keep the D, South. Keep the D. Let's go. We're going to have to get up on the plate soon because she's throwing away. She's not throwing straight up to Jamie. Hey, let's keep the top, D. Let's go, let's go.
Time to begin the second inning between Olathe South and Maize. We're yet to see a score in this game. Not many hits to show for that matter either. First batter of the inning for Maize is Peyton Jones. Maize High School, by the way, just outside Wichita in Sedgwick County. Total population not quite to 4,000 people. A lot of them are in Overland Park today. Glad they came to visit us. Their softball team is mighty, mighty good. Jones now with a 2-0 advantage on her side. Looking for this pitch from Hart. That's a strike, 2-1. Our sixth game of the day, folks. This ball inside, 3-1. We have one heck of a broadcast crew here, I got to tell you. Folks on the camera, in the truck, our official scorer, or even our PA announcer here. Done a wonderful job with this series of games on this hot, hot Saturday. Not so much hot, so much as muggy. Jones draws a walk on 5 pitches. She'll go to first base, and Sarah Glass will be your batter. Glowerman on deck. First walk of the day surrendered by Hart. Sarah Glass had 1 hit earlier today against Shawnee Mission East. Approaching the hour of 7:30 in the evening. We started action this morning at 9 a.m. with our first game. 0-1 count. Here's Hart. This one slapped down the line at third. It rolled foul. Mike Allen's Olathe South club winning in dramatic fashion earlier. Yet to be seen if they have more gas in their tank or if that's where the dream ends. Only time will tell. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Hart. Outside, 1-2. Peyton Jones at first. That base runner, the product of a walk, the first surrendered by Hart in this outing. This one in the dirt. Call it 2-2 now. 89 degrees. The temperature has cooled off slightly. And the wind we were enjoying earlier is long gone. Bring back the breezes, Mother Nature. 2-2 pitch. Hacked foul off to the left of the backstop. This at-bat will continue for Glass. I count 6 pitches, at least that this will be, delivered to Glass. Here's Hart delivering, swung on and missed. Glass goes down on strikes. That's the second strikeout of this outing for Hart. And Glowerman will be the batter.
For the Eagles, number 14, Tori Loudon.
Glauderman singled, reached on a fielder's choice, actually singled twice earlier today against SME. Tough out. Certainly has been today. Awfully tough on these players playing 2 in one day. Perhaps when you didn't mentally prepare for that when the week began, but we just made the joke about Mother Nature. She in control of the rain we got on Friday for certain. Glauderman showing bunt. She lays this down. Hart grabs it, sends it on to first. The runner will move up to second, though. Jones. The sacrifice bunt does its thing. Runner in scoring position at second with 1 out. 2 outs, excuse me. That brings up Leah Taliaferro. Taliaferro had a double that brought in a pair of runs against the Lancers in the quarterfinal round. Hart delivering. Taliaferro taking ball 1. We got them started with breakfast today, and we're finishing up with dinner. Not sure what's on the grill outside the broadcast truck. This one hit high in the air. First baseman calling, and that'll retire the side. 1 base runner in the inning didn't amount to enough. And so, after 2 complete, we're looking at goose eggs on the scoreboard. We'll be right back to play the third after these.
For the Eagles, no runs, no hits, no errors.
Happy Memorial Day weekend to each and every one of you. You're watching the Kansas 6A softball tournament coming to you live via KSHSAA.TV. My name is Sean McDowell at the microphone for these games. Lindsay Pinkham, standing in. She sends this one towards second. It's a routine play and 1 away in the inning. Alyssa Bates will be the batter. She was 1 for 3 earlier today in the quarterfinals against Wichita Northwest. Lauren Grimes working her second game of the day for this Maize club. Sincere respect to anybody who can start 2 games in one day and play as well as she has. Bates sends this one to short, and she's going to beat this single out. There won't be a throw. And Bates will be the first base runner of the inning. First hit of the game for the Eagles, for that matter. Falcons, I beg your pardon. So Hugo is the batter. Back to the top of the order for these Olathe South Falcons. Hugo was hit by a pitch earlier. She was the first base runner of the game. One and one the count to her so far from Grimes. Grimes pitched very well earlier against Shawnee Mission East. I count 6 strikeouts for her. Again, my statistics far from official. Good enough for the moment, I suppose. The 2-1 pitch inside, make it 3-1. Things are starting to get spicy for South. Hugo hits this one high in the air to center field, shallow center. Second baseman calling for it. She's under it. Ring up the second out of the inning. And Kim Cole is going to be the batter. She laid down a sacrifice bunt earlier in the first. Cole was a powerhouse for her ball club earlier today in game number 1 for South. 2 for 4 on the afternoon is what she posted with a pair of hits. Drove in a run, even stole a base. Cole, lifting this to short. That'll retire the side. 1 hit in the inning for the Falcons. Again, nobody crossing the plate. We seem to have a pitcher's duel underway here at Blue Valley West High School. Entering the bottom of the third, the score will be 0-0, and we'll be right back. Time now for the bottom of the third inning between Olathe South and Maize. Maize entering this state championship tournament as the number 1 seed. 1 of 2 really of the best teams in the state in this game. The inning will begin for Maize with Kristen Ralph, the designated player. Tess Hart delivering off the mound. Hart working a nice game so far. Giving up only 2 hits. She struck out a pair of batters, walked only 1. Hart working with a 1-0 count. Ralph tries to lays down a bunt. 1-1, that evens the count. Hart delivering now. This one popped in the air, headed toward the second base bag. Shortstop calling for it and handling it as this one falls into Cole's glove. And there's 1 away. Kirsten Parks now strides to the plate. She led this game off earlier, at least for her half inning, with a single that floated over third base and was mishandled, and then tried to stretch that into a double and was thrown out at second. Let it all hang out, right? It's the state tournament. The 1-0 pitch from Hart. It's outside. 2-0. Our broadcast team has worked 6 games today, folks. We've got 1 on tap for tomorrow, and that is the biggie. The winner of this one meets up with Olathe East, 2 o'clock. You can see it right here, of course. If you're in the neighborhood, come on out and check it out. But in lieu of that, we're glad you're watching on the internet. A 3-0 count. Parks starting to settle in. This one's low and away. Parks advances on 4 pitches. So she has reached base officially twice.
Eagle center fielder Number 10, Emily Griggs.
Emily Griggs popped out earlier. This is her second at-bat now. Griggs 1 for 4 against Shawnee Mission East. This bunt laid down. Throw to first, mishandled, so Griggs will have that base as Parks advances to third on the throw. The hit and run on. Well-placed bunt by Griggs, the center fielder. That'll bring up Kelsey Stewart with 2 runners on and 1 away. Stewart reached on a fielder's choice earlier. Olathe South fans edge of their seat a little bit. Now Stewart flying this one to right. Right fielder looking as if she's going to gun it to the plate. Instead, Alyssa Bates thinking better of it. Save the energy and don't risk losing another runner. Smart play and right.
Eagles catcher number 8, Kate James.
Kate James now has her second at-bat of this matchup. James struck out earlier. The first Eagle to strike out. This one sent to short. Cole up and firing, and that'll retire the side. 1 hit in the inning as James grounds out to end it. Still no score. We're about to play the 4th inning. We'll do that right after we take this break. You're watching the Kansas State High School Activities Association 6A softball tournament. We're glad you're here with us. Stick around. Tension starting to build in this 6A semifinal game. Olathe South and Maize knotted with no score. As Haley Barrett will come to the plate. Haley grounded out in the first inning. Barrett 0 for 2 against Wichita Northwest earlier in the afternoon. First pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Olathe South High School, no stranger to berths in this state tournament. They won it all twice, 1990 and 1996. This their 4th year in a row appearing in the state tournament. Just reserve a place for them when the season begins, right? Barrett had an RBI hit earlier during the postseason against Shawnee Mission South. This pitch also in the dirt. We got a 3-1 count on Barrett. Grimes now delivers the 3-1. Barrett lifts it high to left field. Center fielder calling and handling, one away. Hard to say where this game is going, but we know for certain, as you look at the replay, we know for certain that the field is in beautiful condition, and it's hard to consider all the work accomplished by Cindy Roach and her crew here at Blue Valley West High School. Hats off to them. Now this batter sending one high to the fence. Jocelyn Dean bouncing one off the wall in left center field. She'll go into second with a stand-up double. Dean with her club's first extra base hit of this game.
Second baseman number 1, Elaine Renshaw.
This is Renshaw. With a runner at second. Pitch out. 1-1 the count. 2 hits apiece for both of these clubs in a scoreless tie. But now here we are with these Falcons threatening. This pitch in the low part of the strike zone. 1-2 is your count. One and two. Strike 3 swinging. That retires Renshaw. The second strikeout recorded by Grimes in this game. Renshaw, as we pointed out earlier, looked very good earlier today against Shawnee Mission East, punching out 6 total batters. So ring her up with 8 total for the day. And now Sarah Burks grounding one in the hole, mishandled it short. Third baseman couldn't grab it either. She has an infield single, and a 2-out rally may be in progress. Take another look as this one just evades 2 infielders. Just a tough spot right there in the gap between the two. And Kelly Holder is your batter. Good opportunity for her with runners at first and third. Dean, your runner at third. Burks at first. And Holder threatening to do the damage. Swung on and missed. 1-1. She had a powerful rip at that one. Send one down the line and 2 runners may come home. Grimes dealing. This one slapped back toward the fence behind her. It flies toward the backstop, and your count is 1-2. Grimes trying to end this. Pitch is high. Throw to second to try, and it's a double steal. Double steal works. Burks goes to second. Dean scores. It's 1-0 now. A resourceful effort and some trickeration perhaps by Mike Allen in this Falcons club. One to nothing your score now. Throw home nowhere near in time to get Dean as the double steal was on. And now the Maize Eagles come around to talk about it. Show some team support. And get back to the shop. The evening is slipping away from us, folks, but we got to remind you, tell all your friends, everybody you know and love, post it on your social networking, KSHSAA.tv. Holder holding on with a 2-2 count. 1-0 your score as we're in the top of the 4th inning. Holder slaps this one back up the gut. Runner comes in to score. Make it 2-0. Holder worked that pitcher for multiple pitches well into the count with a 2-2 count. Finally got one she liked and drove it right up the gut. Burks came home to score from third. Make it 2-0. And Lindsey Pinkham will be the batter as this 2-out rally continues. Grimes delivering. Pinkham swinging and lifting this one high above first base, but it does little damage in and of itself. 2 runs cross in the inning along with 3 hits. Your score at this point, 2-0. And now Maize will have its say when we come back to play the bottom of fourth. Do they have the answer? Stick around. We'll show you right after this break. Time to construct the story of the bottom half of the fourth inning between the Maize Eagles, which are about to bat, and the Olathe South Falcons, who took a 2-0 lead during the top half of this inning. My name's Sean McDowell. Glad you're watching along with our Niles Media Group crew. A bunch of professionals and fun to work with, I can tell you that. And Peyton Jones, number 2, stands in, and she hits this one high in the air. Left fielder calling for it and making the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Put some drive on the ball, but not quite enough mustard to be a hot dog. And Sarah Glass will be the second batter of the inning, the third baseman from Maize. Was a strikeout victim back in the second. Count runs to 1-1 on Glass. Glass 1 for 3 earlier today against Shawnee Mission East in the quarterfinals. Tess Hart still pitching for her ball club. This one gets away. Pitch was rather high. And the count is 2-1. One hit at a time, that's how it comes. South proved that in their half inning, and now Maize's chance is here. This one hit high in the air to center, and Glass is retired by the center fielder. 2 fly-out outs in this inning. And Glauderman will be the batter. Glauderman 2 hits earlier today against Shawnee Mission East in that win. She also hitting one in the air. This one to left field, and all 3 Maize batters flied the not-so-friendly skies. They're retired in succession. 2-0 your final score. Excuse me, your score as we enter the 5th inning. That's exactly what we'll do when we return with this state semifinal game here at Blue Valley West High School. Stick around, folks. We're coming right back. Oh, yes, it is time to play the top of the 5th inning. 2-0 lead for Olathe South, and they'll try to add to that. They send the first 3 batters to the plate in the form of Alyssa Bates, Alex Hugo, and Kim Cole. Bates, your leadoff for this inning. She had an infield single back in the 3rd. We're in the 5th inning. Plenty of softball yet to play this evening, and it's been quite a day. The 6th game of the day that this diamond has witnessed. 1-0 count. Lauren Grimes whirling and delivering. Maize cleared out Shawnee Mission East earlier in the afternoon. A spirited effort from the Lancers, but their season ends at 16-7. Maize showing only one blemish on their record thus far, a loss earlier in this season. They enter this Titanic struggle at 22-1. Swung on and missed. That's a strikeout. Bates goes down on strikes to begin the inning, and it's one away. Alex Hugo will be the next batter. Hugo hit by pitch back in the first inning and then flew out in the third. Olathe South has been to this state tournament 13 times overall. $11 times since the year of 1990. Hugo shrugs those shoulders and gets the call, one apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Grimes, windmills, delivers. Hugo lifting high onto the roof of our charming press box. Our home away from home for this Saturday. Hugo slams this one hard through the left side. Call it a single. And the Falcons have their first base runner of the inning. A smash single to left for their leadoff hitter. That brings up Kim Cole. Oh for 2 thus far on the day is Cole, having sacrificed bunted in the first inning. She popped out in the third, and this also a pop out, jumping on the first pitch. And they're 2 away as Kaylee Barrett will take her third crack at the dish today. Barrett grounded out in the first, flew out in the fourth. Barrett also pitched earlier in the day for Olathe South, doing a fine job of it against Wichita Northwest, striking out 7, walking 4. 4 total runs. A couple of those I don't believe were earned either. Grimes delivering. Barrett turning on this one, sending it high down the line. Mishandled in left field up against the fence. Hugo around third. She'll come in and score. And South takes a 3-0 lead over Maize. Got to hand it to Barrett. She tempted the fence with a home run on this one. All the way back up against the wall is the left fielder, Talia Farrow. She drops the thing. Tough play up against the wall. That brings the third run home. We'll make it 3-0. 2 away in the inning. South coach Mike Allen out to request probably a courtesy runner for his designated player. He's got a switch coming. Let's take another look at that big drive to left field. Courtesy runner into the game now as we take a look at that huge drive to left. That's as close as we've come to a home run out of this ballpark today, everybody. Pretty good shot right up against the 210 down the line. And Jocelyn Dean will be the batter. Dean, the 5th batter of the inning. Alyssa Bates started this stanza off by striking out. Then with 1 away, Hugo singled, driving a good single to left field. Kim Cole popped out on the first pitch, that in foul ground. And then Barrett as this one goes into the stands as well. Some thought that there'd be a play on that ball, but not. Barrett recorded that long double to left. That brought in the third run of the game for South. South winning earlier 5-4 in dramatic fashion. Now they have a 3-0 lead. Dean looking at this ball land outside the strike zone. 2-1's your score, or your count. Dean hammering this foul as well. Again, 2 o'clock tomorrow. The 6A championship game will pit the winner of this one against Olathe East. Who will be their opponent? Stick around and find out, as the count on Dean now equals 3-2. 2 away, and Grimes can get herself out of a jam with this one, but not in this fashion. This one down the line, paints the stripe in left. It's fair. Runner coming around third. She'll score. Dean into second base with a stand-up double. It is 4-0 now. South with its second run across in this inning. Look how close this is to being fair. The umpire right on the spot, though, to make the call. As keen a drive as you'll ever find, as Dean produces a double, and that brings in another run, and it's 4-0. And the inning will continue. Renshaw now the batter. Gilman will now be the batter as Jennifer Gilman stands in. Runner holding at second base, that's Jocelyn Dean. Gilman in now, coming into the game in place of Renshaw. Renshaw had struck out twice. This an opportunity to add to a growing 4-0 lead for the Falcons. Grimes delivering. This turns into strike number 3. But the lead is doubled. A 2-0 lead turns in to a 4-0 lead. Olathe South expanding its advantage. And we will play the bottom of the 5th when we come back. We're looking for a 6A champion in the Sunflower State. We'll determine that as this evening progresses. Stick around. We're coming right back. Back at Shawnee Mission West Blue Valley West High School. It's been that kind of afternoon, folks. Certainly not that kind of afternoon for Kaylee Barrett. This drive goes all the way to the fence in that last half inning. That in the top of the 5th. It helps produce the third run of the game, and admittedly as close as we have come to a round tripper in this state tournament. And now Tess Hart will go to bat from the mound with a 4-0 lead on her side. This one landing outside 1-1 as you count. Leah Taliaferro looking for pitch number 3 from Hart. She sends this one in the air, short right field. 2 players nearly combined to catch it. It only takes one. That is a pretty darn good effort there by Renshaw. And Kristen Ralph will come to bat now. She popped out earlier, that in the 3rd inning. Her team sure could use some offense right now. They've only produced 2 hits on this occasion. Jess Hart not quite putting it on cruise control, but looking awfully good. Getting a lot of help from her outfield, especially as there have been several long balls hit in the air. Nothing quite sufficient to get any offense going, though. Always hitting it hard, but right at people has been Maize. Ralph with a 2-0 count on her side. Hart, ball in the glove, shakes it a little, now rocks and delivers. Ralph tried to drag one across the infield. Instead, it's a strike, 2-1 the count. Number 22 looking for strikeout number 3 on this afternoon. This one back to her. She picks it up, guns it to first. It's in time to record the out. That, the 2nd of the inning for Maize. And that'll bring Kirsten Parks to the dish. She's reached base twice officially against Olathe South. As I said earlier, and meant every word of it, her club needs some offense. Time is a-wasting. This ballpark has its lights on, if that's any indication. The sun was a relatively new thing for Saturday when we began today. Parks sees this one hit the outside the strike zone, that is. So we're sitting at 1-1. There are the lights. Don't believe the electrician's going to have to work late night tonight. Just a while longer. We're in the 5th. One and 2 now. This one landing right across the heart of the plate. Hart, a very methodical pitcher. Twirls that ball a lot in the glove. Here's the 1-2. Grounded outside the bag at 3rd. Still 1-2. Glad you're with us. Happy Memorial Day to each of you, especially those of you involved with our United States military in some capacity. We'll never forget those who have served our great nation. That's what Memorial Day is all about. Here's the 1-2 from Hart. Also hit high in the air, but very, very foul. 4-0, Olathe South leading this one. We're in the 5th inning. We've seen several shutouts today, but to see this Maize club shut out is certainly a surprise. Again, the 1-2. This one, a worm burner, just up the 3rd baseline and foul toward the dugouts. 2 o'clock tomorrow. Set that reminder on your cell phone so that you'll remember Olathe East facing the winner of this game. You'll see it right here. 1-2 again. This one grounded slowly, and the play to first is timely. 3 batters come up in the inning and 3 are retired. It's 4-0. We'll get ready for the 6th inning. When we return, you are watching the Kansas State High School Activities Association 6A softball tournament. See you back in a moment.
Now pitching for Maize.
Shine the spotlights, or certainly the stadium lights, and we'll begin the 6th inning. Olathe South working with a 4-0 advantage on their side. When they begin their half of the inning against Maize, they'll send Sarah Burks to the plate. Jennifer Gilman, the final out of the last half inning.
Left fielder number 9, Sarah Burks.
Burks on as Maize changes its pitcher. Spencer, the new pitcher, into this game. Of course, she worked the last game as well. And she rings up the first out on a ground out play to first base.
Falcons third baseman number 14, Kelly Halder.
Bailey Spencer into the game, number 12. She looks toward the plate and sees Kelly Holder there. Holder with the RBI single earlier. And now trying to get another one, sending this one sharply to short, but she's retired 6-3. 2 away in the inning. 2 ground ball outs back to back for Olathe. Maize trying to protect the toehold that it has. What little is there. They've found only 2 hits so far. This is Lindsey Pinkham. This is rolled toward first. 3 ground ball outs in order. And the Falcons are out 1-2-3. Still a 4-0 advantage for South. We will be right back with the bottom half of 6. You are watching the KSHSAA State's 6A softball tournament. We'll be right back at Blue Valley High School, Blue Valley West High School, everybody.
That bird, I'm going to shoot it. With the gun I have. Maybe it has a nest somewhere. It reproduces quickly. Hey, outfielders! 1, 2, 3, 4. What is Jeffrey doing?
The Maize Eagles will start them off here in the bottom of the 6th inning trying to get a rally going. They found only 2 hits against Tess Hart. And Emily Griggs will come to the plate. She sends this one across the infield, and it's going to roll. Probably be ruled a hit. That was hit pretty sharply. Tell you what, we'll call it a hit. Yep, they just posted it on the scoreboard. That is a single. Hit very well across the center of the infield. So Griggs is on first base with Kelsey Stewart set to do some damage with bat in hand. This one's outside. Daylight starting to give away to stadium light. Sun's going down, folks. We're past the 8 o'clock hour. Hart looking toward the plate, a 1-0 count. This one's in the gap, going to right field. A single is what she produces. Stewart helping her club get back-to-back hits. Runners now at first and second, and Maize starting to smell some smoke. They'll look for the fire.
Eagles catcher number 8, Kate James.
Kate James is your batter, a strikeout victim in the first. She grounded out in the third. This really the best opportunity the Eagles have seen in this game. They produced so well earlier in the day, but not in this game. And this one grounded to left field, a single. Runner coming in to score. Throw to third won't be an act. Griggs hitting the dish. James with the RBI single, and the rally seems to be on. It's 4-0. The fifth hit is on the board for the Maize Eagles. Can't ask for a better hit or a better rally for that matter if you love this Maize ball club. James going to second base. Runners now standing at second and third. After the Falcons talk it over, Peyton Jones will come to the plate. Jones has found a walk from back in the second inning. She also flew out on the fourth. In the fourth, excuse me. Jones, the second baseman, looking for this pitch from Hart. It's in the dirt. A 1-0 count. Glad you're along with us for this internet broadcast. We're going to do it again tomorrow at 2 o'clock, where we'll crown a state champion. One of these two schools will play for it. This one driven to left field. It gets past the left fielder and rolls all the way to the fence. Runner comes in to score in the form of James. The batter Jones goes to second. James scoring. Jones with the bat in hand. And it's 4-2. Still nobody out. We'll call it a double to left field. 4 batters have come to the plate. All of them have produced a hit in this half inning. 4-2 your score. The city of Maize starting to breathe a little easier. That community just outside Wichita, Kansas. 4-3 is your score now. 2 runners come in to score on that one. I beg your pardon. You call 6 games in one day once in a while, you might miss something. We won't miss Sarah Glass, though. She struck out earlier in the second, flew out in the fourth. Here she is with nobody out and a runner at second. Peyton Jones hoping to come around and hit the dish. She is the tying run, the go-ahead run at the plate in the form of Glass. Emily Griggs started him off this inning with a single. Kelsey Stewart followed suit with the same. With 2 runners on, Kate James hit a single to left. That brought in the first run. Then Peyton Jones, who's now at second, doubled in a pair of runners to make it 4-3. And then Hart, she was just cruising up until now. It looked almost uneventful for the South pitching staff. Not so certain now, boy. Stadium lights shining. A 1-0 count. Make it 1-1. Jenny Marowski, a ball club that brought 21 wins into this. They pick up 22 as of today. This throw to third, not in time. And Jones is standing at third base, having picked up the steal. And now the tying run standing at third. Superb work by our production crew, reacting with the steal. There's a fire brewing here with nobody out. Tying run at third. This one chopped across the infield. Looked the runner back. So there's no movement from third to the plate, and Glass is retired. Finally, South claims its first out of the inning. Torrey Glauderman will come to the plate, the first baseman. Sacrificed a runner over in the second and flew out in the fourth. Hart looking for second outs. The second out of the inning, I should say. Oh-1 is the count. Maize High School's 13th appearance in all in the state softball tournament. They won it all back in 2010. We won't forget 1998 when this school was actually a 5A team instead of 6A. They won it all as well in that year. Tying run, standing at third base. Glauderman looking for this pitch. She chops it down to third base. It's ruled foul. And so Jones will trot back to third base. Number 22 on the mound, the double deuce, trying to get out of this inning. She rocks, winds, and fires. It's strike three. Glauderman perhaps didn't mean to take that cut. Tried to hold up her swing. It's not enough. It's ruled a strike, and she's out. Only the third strikeout of the day for Hart as Leah Taliaferro will come to the plate. A busy bat in the hands of Taliaferro. Shoulders and hands and wrists moving a lot. Taliaferro has popped out and flown out today. Most recently, that fly out in the fifth. She's the seventh batter of the inning for Maize. Taliaferro swinging, sending this one to left field. Calling for it is the left fielder. She catches. And that tying run dies on third, but still a lot of damage done. 5 hits in the inning, 4 hits, I beg your pardon. Taliaferro flying out to end it. 3 runs cross the plate for Maize. It's a 4-3 game as we prepare for the 7th inning. How is this state championship game going to be set up for tomorrow? 1 inning left to decide it. We'll be right back as we prepare for the 7th. See you then. Time to play the top of the 7th. This is Olathe South's last chance to add to their 4-3 lead. It was 4-0 before that last half inning where Maize added 3 runs, or found 3 runs, I should say. They chopped into the lead and cut this down to a 4-3 margin. First batter of this inning is going to be Alyssa Bates. Bates had an infield single earlier. New pitcher has come on board since then for Maize. This one grounded across the left side of the infield. She's out at first in a bang-bang play. Tough call at first. Our umpiring crew right on top of it, though. And the batter is retired. I count 4 ground ball outs in a row retired by Maize. And Alex Hugo will come to the dish. She was hit by pitch. She's flown out. She had a single in the 5th. First pitch to her is high. Kim Cole standing on deck. Hugo with a busy afternoon. Against Wichita Northwest earlier, she looked just fine with a showing of 2 for 2 on the occasion, a double and a triple. She even stole a base and drove one in. This pitch inside, run the count now 2-1. Hugo, you know she would absolutely love a hit here to keep this half inning alive. Only one out in this stanza, but her team could sure use an insurance run. This one hit high over my head, just behind the backstop. 2-1, 2-1 is the count. 4-3 your score. We're in the 7th inning with one away. Olathe South trying to add to its lead. Hugo looks for the pitch from Spencer. This one grounded hard to third. Up and throwing, and this throw no good. There's a collision at first base. Hugo going to carry on. She runs to second base. Hope everybody's okay down around first base. That was quite a collision. Hugo with a single, advancing to second on that throwing error. Good throw into first. Actually, the throw might have been a little high and off to the left now that I see the replay. Hugo sees it scramble on, and she rambles on. And now, Jenny Mirowski out to talk to her team. They can scarcely afford to see another run cross the plate. And they know that Kim Cole is potential packed. She was 2 for 4 earlier in the afternoon against Northwest. She will remain in the game. Everybody's okay after that collision at first, too. Glad to see Glauderman okay. And Kim Cole is 0 for 3 in this occasion, most recently popping out in the 5th. But with a runner at second and a big threat to steal, and only one away, expect action. Spencer now, rocking, winding, windmill delivery. Cole grounds the bunt left side, throw on to first in time. Runner not even stopping at third. Hugo coming home with that insurance run we mentioned. It's 5-3. Cole with the sacrifice. That moved the runner on to third, but she didn't even stop because nobody even looked at her at third base. They wave her on in, and she's the 5th run of the game. 5-3 your score now. Olathe South adds to its lead. The 4-0 lead it had earlier evaporated and turned into a 4-3 cushion, as Maize saw 3 runners score in the 6th inning. Now in the 7th, they add a run. And Kaylee Barrett could keep the inning alive with 2 away. This one sent as a line shot to center field. It's in the pocket, and this half inning is over. A runner scores, making it 5-3. And Maize down to its final chance. Do these Eagles have the stuff to survive and play in tomorrow's state championship game for 6A? Stick around and we'll find the answer on the other side of this. The kettle truly on the boil here as we begin the bottom of the 7th inning. Olathe South with a 5-3 lead here, and Maize down to their final 3 outs. Tess Hart still in this game, dealing now. Tyler Downs into the game as a pitch hitter in place of Kristen Ralph. Downs has not played thus far in this state tournament. And so Hart has recorded 4 strikeouts thus far. My score sheet, actually 3, I beg your pardon. My score sheet shows only 1 walk, an awfully lot of assistance from her fielders. It's been a team effort for them. Here's the 2-1 from Hart. Slapped foul, make it 2-2. Downs needs only get on. Don't have to hit a homer. Just keep the inning alive. Hart now with a 2-2 count. This one sent to short. Cole up with it, throwing on to first. That'll retire Downs. 1 out as Maize is down to 2 outs now. And Kirsten Park will be the hitter. Back to the top of the order with Parks. She's 1 for 3 thus far in this game. I wish I could count all the fielding assists in this game. An awful lot of ground outs, fly outs. Well, only 3 strikeouts. The rest of them executed by the fielders. Cole up with this ground ball. Throw on the first, and that'll be 2 away in the 7th as Parks went after the first pitch. This one slapped the other way. Might have been a hit if not for it being hit right at Parks. Been a lot of hard hit balls by this Maize ball club. 22-1 their record, but they're down to their final out here. Emily Griggs, she has 2 singles in this game, and you know she'll work hard. She starts with a ball, 1-0 the count. 5 runs, 7 hits for South. 3 runs, 6 hits for Maize. Hart dealing with an 0-1 count. This one sent straight to second base. Throw on to second, and South has finished the job. South will advance to tomorrow's state championship game for Class 6A with this 5-3 victory over Maize. 5 runs, 7 hits for South. Maize comes up with 3 runs, 6 hits. And Hugo really providing the difference, if you will. This was the insurance run on this ground ball. Hugo at second when Cole drops the bunt, and she didn't even stop. Showing the warrior spirit and coming all the way home with the insurance run. That made it 5-3 and proved to be the security that her ball club needs. So it'll be a battle of neighbors from Olathe tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and you'll see it right here on KSHSAA.tv. You need to tell all your friends, especially if you love high school sports, if you're from Olathe. Johnson County will be pinned to their internet screens tomorrow when Olathe South and Olathe East meet for the 6A state championship. That's scheduled for 2 o'clock tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. I know we won't. My name's Sean McDowell. I appreciate you being here with us for all 6 of these games today. It's been a long day, but boy, a lot of fun for our broadcast crew from Niles Media Group. Our thanks to our executive producer, John Sprugel. Our thanks to Alex Smith and his hard-working club his hard-working crew in the truck. Until 2 o'clock tomorrow when we'll see Olathe South and Olathe East meet, I'm Sean McDowell. So long for now.